What's up, everybody? This is Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, and you are watching Ranger Wrap Up. Peace out!
Man, give me the peace. No. How do you mean no? You got it. I mean, I'm holding on to this platform.
Welcome to the Ranger Wrap-Up. It's Saturday, and you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and we truly do appreciate that. As you can see, we're missing Joe today. Joe's off doing some important stuff, ironically, for Power Morphicon, so you guys can be super excited about that. But I am joined by my host, my partner, my co-host, my freaking... the dude from across the pond, Mr. Mark Heirloom. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing well, Jesse. I thought you were going to call me by my surname there. Be like, Mr. Mark Smith. I'm like, that sounds weird. That sounds weird.
How's it over there? It looks. Is there sun out still? What's going on over there?
It is. It's rather sunny still, and there's a blackbird or a bird on top of a chimney.
Nice.
But we have to.
What have you been up to today?
I have been editing Lightning Collection reviews and also checking out the Dino Fury stuff that has just dropped. And I'm like, it's so good.
God.
It's so good.
I saw you had the Lightning Collection Ninja figures. How'd you get the second wave so early?
A few shops over here have got them. Like online stores. I've just been like shelling them out. And I was just like, why? Because I thought they were coming out in a couple of months. But no, these shops were like, do you know what? Let's just have them. Let's just give them to the people that they want.
That's awesome.
They're not worth the price. I will spoiler alert on that one.
What do you mean? They're not the regular price?
So we sell them at about £30. So if you were to convert that,
$60.
let's say it's around about something. Yeah.
Crazy.
And And I don't think it's worth like £30. I think they're about worth like £25. It's just extortionate because they're just exactly the same as the others.
I think the value of them goes up, or like they grow in value when they're all together. Like individually, it's kind of like a little bit of a tease. Just seeing them all, like I have 4 of them. I'm not gonna get Cat only because I have so many freaking Pink Rangers. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how many freaking like re-releases of Pink Ranger there are, and it's crazy. No offense to the Pink Ranger, but I can't.
I'm waiting for Hasbro to come out and be like, too much pink energy is bad for everyone, and then they just stop making Pink Rangers.
I know. Look, I'm excited. I'm excited for like whatever they have to announce in the future cons, like San Diego Comic-Con. There has to be something. There has to be something with toys or maybe even shows. But before we continue on, we're gonna hit you with Josh Perry, who's gonna give you the Lightning Storm, and he's gonna talk a little bit more about these Power Ranger toys and the possible maybe San Diego Comic-Con Power Ranger panel. Let's hit it.
Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, this is Josh Perry from the Illuminerdi. Here's everything that happened this past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So first up for this week, we have some video reviews out there on YouTube of the yet-to-be-announced Dawn of Thunder Yellow Ranger and already announced Wild Force Blue Ranger from the upcoming Wave 12. So we've already gotten plenty of leaked photos of these two figures that are not available for pre-order yet, but now we have some video reviews out there. If there was any other kind of angle of these figures you ever wanted to see, now we finally can. We still do not have any leaked photos or official photos or anything of Lost Galaxy Green in whatever version of MMPR Black we are about to get in this wave as well, but hopefully soon, as we are starting to get some information from Hasbro about what they plan to do for Comic-Con. So they did announce that there's going to be a Transformers, a Star Wars, and a Marvel panel at Comic-Con so far, but they have yet to reveal the schedule for Saturday, July 23rd, and they actually should be on the day that you're seeing this video. So right now we don't know, but at the time of this video we could know. But basically right now we're waiting to see if Hasbro is going to announce panels on Saturday, July 23rd for G.I. Joe, but also for Power Rangers, which are two brands that are kind of so far missing any actual Hasbro panels from the company, but at least G.I. Joe has a pretty good chance. I hope Power Rangers actually has a good chance of getting a panel, but I guess we will find out and see. But speaking of Power Rangers getting panels, it looks like we will not be getting one from Hasbro at Power Morphicon, surprisingly so. The owner of the convention itself has confirmed that there will be announcements from Hasbro at the convention, but they will not be like actually appearing in person. They're just going to send over presentation materials, whatever that's supposed to mean. So we don't exactly know what kind of announcements we're going to be getting, or any at all that we're going to be getting from Hasbro there, but they will not be attending Power Morphicon in person if people were expecting that. Also this past week, it's a pretty good time to pick up either the first wave of Ninjas or Deluxe Wave 1 at Targets across the country, as most of those figures are being clearanced at least 50% off, some of them even more at certain Targets, and yeah, it's a pretty good time. So basically, the Ninjas, or a lot of them at least, are like $12-ish now instead of the $24.99, and Deluxe Wave 1 is being clearanced to like 15 something instead of the $30. So if you never picked up any of those and you're trying to basically either get a lot of Galaxy Gliders maybe, or you're trying to get caught up on the Ninjas before the rest of them come out here in the US, now is probably the time to hit up a Target and see what they got there. There does not seem to be any version of these sales online. It does seem to just be in Target stores, but still, it's a good chance to get these figures if you never picked them up. And speaking of never picking them up, if you never got to the original Target exclusive 2020 Dino Charge Black Ranger figure that came out 2 years ago, now is the time to do so because it has surprisingly popped up in stock on Entertainment Earth. So now it's no longer a Target exclusive, clearly, but this is the first time that this figure has been available in the US in nearly 2 years. So if you never picked him up and you want to pick him up, especially as we are slowly starting to complete the core Dino Charge team, and we know Dino Charge Blue is coming out later on this fall thanks to some leaks, this is definitely now the time to pick up Chase before he becomes a very rare figure again, because in the 2 years since he was originally released at Target, he's definitely skyrocketed up in price, because he's pretty rare to get here in the US. Other countries had an abundance of him, but not in the US, so if you never picked him up before, you can get him on Entertainment Earth now. And then finally for this week, the UK is getting yet another brand new release, as Hasbro Pulse UK has started to ship out the Lord Draken helmet pre-orders. Now we don't know when that's going to be coming out here just yet in the US. It's still currently slated for a December release, but if it's already out somewhere, I'm sure it's going to come out earlier than December. They've only started to ship out in the UK. We don't actually have any in-hand photos of it or videos or anything like that just yet, but we probably will here probably for the next week or so just be on the lookout. Alright, and with that, that's everything we have to talk about for this past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Of course, until next time, if you guys would like to hear more about all of these different stories in more detail, you can check out the full episode of Lightning Storm available on the Tokusatsu YouTube channel right now. You can also check out my articles over at the Illuminerdi, and follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. And this has been a little quickie, Lightning Storm.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Right.
Like we were talking about the San Diego possible panel, and Erlem, you don't think it's gonna happen?
I really don't. I think you're going to get all the others, Transformers, Marvel, and a few others, but I don't think Power Rangers. And if they do, I think it'll be the same information that they'll send over to PMC. So it'll just be like, here's a lovely PowerPoint presentation, and it will be the Lightning Collection.
Yeah.
I think it will just be Lightning.
I think it is it. Do you think it's because they don't have a lot of faith of like filling up a panel room, or is it just they don't have anything to say?
I don't know, because with San Diego being one of the biggest conventions around the world, I think that you'd still have people turn in. I still kind of think that they just don't know yet what to do with the brand. And yeah, I think it's really hard to kind of, like, until they push it themselves and actually try and make it better. I just don't think they're going to do much. And, I think that if it was me, I would pull out all the stops and be at Power Morphicon and just be like, this is the one con that you're going to have, like, say, 10,000 people possibly turn up that are all going to want it because they all like the Lightning Collection. So that's my thought. Do it all PMC. That'd be better rather than a PowerPoint.
We will talk a little bit more about the PMC news that Josh had mentioned and what we kind of hope and wish for in the discussion today. But let me look at the chat. Let's see who we got. We got Robert Amaya. He says, hello, the Illuminerdi. What is up, Robert? He also says, Dino Fury episodes 12 and 13 aired in Mexico. Me and Erlen were talking about it, and man, you know what? It's like it's so messed up that it's out there and we don't get to watch it. We've been waiting for a while, and it's just like at our fingertips, and it's hard. It's just very hard. Robert Power Rangers Roblox says hi. Red Ranger Christian says hello. Thea Game says, of course, Mexico airs international spoilers for season 2. the day
Yeah.
of Ranger wrap up happens. I know the same day. I literally woke up. I went on Twitter and I saw Mark replying to a bunch of stuff. I was like, "Oh, what do you guys talk about?" So I messaged him like, "Is this a thing?" Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You think they would have had it on Netflix, like, because they knew this was going to happen, and I know obviously the airings in international is completely different, but you kind of think on Netflix they would have gone, well, that's out of the bag. Let's stick it on that, and just push the button and go, yeah, it's all on there now, because you know what's going to happen in about end of the week. You're going to know what happens at the end of the series.
Oh my god. Oh, is it like that? Like how they did Beast Morphers, where it was just like every day they show episodes?
Yeah. So it'd be 2 episodes, I think. Let me have a quick check.
Let me go through the chat. Robert Amaya also says, I did a drawing of 5-Man in honor of the series coming out on DVD. It's on my social media. I will check that out, Robert Amaya. That's pretty cool. 5-Man is pretty fun Super Sentai series, and that's the one. Is that the one that Shout Factory just announced that they're going to be continuing?
Yeah.
So 5-Man.
Yeah. 3 years later.
I know. Sometimes you gotta wait 3 years for some news. I mean, that's just a thing. COVID and all. Robert Meyer also says the Wild Force Blue Ranger looks good, and the head sculpt looks like Philip Jean Marie, in my opinion. I'm excited about that. Philip's a good friend, and I was joking around with him about it. I said I was gonna buy him all up, so he couldn't get any. Sup everyone, how's it hanging? Says Morphin Henshin Heroes. Thea Game says there is no panel excluding comic book stuff. Saturday panels are out now. I don't feel like Sunday would be a good day for our Power Rangers panel. You know what? Now that we're talking about it, let me go on the SDCC panel website and let's take a look, because I looked on Saturdays and they didn't have anything, but that was like maybe 10-15 minutes ago. Let me see.
It's just weird, because I still, as much as I still love this brand, and I don't always seem to be negative. It's just San Diego's one of the biggest places, and even if you had a 5 to 10 minute segment of what you're going to be, what the Power Ranger is, at least just start with it and be like, boom, here's this knowledge, here is what's coming out, here's the product that you're getting. If there's from what I can see there.
Let me go down the list a little bit here. I'll cover my face. It looks like Cartoon Network, starting off at 10, Stranger Things, Choices and Chances, and Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if that's gonna have the whole cast. No, nobody. TMNT, Secrets of the Roninverse, pretty cool. Cartoon Network, cosplay. This is all for Saturday, you guys. Welcome to the Massiverse, Naruto.
Yeah, they had G.I. Joe just then.
Mission statement. I'm looking. Kevin McGuire. I don't know who Kevin McGuire is. Sorry. The Hillywood Show. I used to watch that show. They're pretty talented women over there. Let's see. To me, X-Men superheroes. There's The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Yeah, Simpsons been going on for like how many years? They still get a panel. So how come Power Rangers doesn't? G.I. Joe Classified Series. Okay. G4's.
That's Room 9.
G4 is gonna be there. Party like it's 1997. Crazy. I'm not seeing anything. American Dad's even getting one. Come on.
Hell, even Doctor Who's on there.
X-Men animated series, 30th anniversary. Come on, we're in our 30th anniversary season. Come on, give us something.
Yeah.
Mandalorian, Under the Helmet, Family Guy, of course. I still didn't know Family Guy was still going on. That's crazy. Boom Studios right here. Discover yours. Let's see the information on that. Discover your new comic book obsession. Yeah. Some of the most acclaimed writers: Matt Kings from Berserker, Christopher Cantwell from Briar, Matt Gagnon. He's the editor-in-chief. So nothing, not mentioning any Power Ranger stuff. Steampunk. Ugh, I'm not a big fan of steampunk.
I don't mind it. I think it's
the
pretty
Buffyverse. Cool. That's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Orville. That's also fun. We're going deep into the afternoon. Usually, like the big panels are in the middle of the day, but we're getting towards the end of the day right now. X-Men
11 p.m. Power Rangers.
11
No one's up.
59.
Yeah.
Nothing. Critical Role, nothing. Marvel Studios, Hall H. All right, okay. Power Rangers was definitely not going to be a Hall H thing, but it was going to be one of the.
Oh, I'd love if it was.
Maybe eventually. Yeah. Just Cinna Grace wasn't she one of the writers for Power Rangers also? Or
I have no idea.
Nothing. Dave Stevens, nothing. Wow. So there it is.
Damn.
As of right now, nothing. Crazy.
So I still just think just bring all at Power Morphicon. Just go big at Power Morphicon and be like, boom, there you go. Because you get more people talking about it. You get more people wanting it because it's like how you do your marketing. If you're going to make dice for D&D, you're not going to go and take it to like people who make wool. You're not going to go to a clothing store and go, here, buy our dice. You're going to go, there's a dice convention. Let's go to the people who like dice, and they make dice.
Well, we'll see.
Don't know what
We're still hoping for Power Morphicon. We'll check in on that a little bit later. But there was a lot of comic book stuff over there. But Ash hit us with a comic book review this week, so let us go to Ash. Thank you, Ash.
So, Mighty Morphin issue 21. The best way to describe this issue is it's kind of a breather issue from everything we've had in the past couple of months with the King Aridon stuff, the Search for the Command Center stuff. It's kind of a break from all the crazy stuff that's been happening in that issue, and this issue is kind of a wind down issue, but I was totally wrong because although it's a wind down issue, it ends on a crazy cliffhanger that I honestly did not see coming. Now, this issue is probably going to be a little bit controversial, and not in a bad way. I think it's going to be controversial in a way that some fans usually like stuff in the Power Ranger comics following the timeline, but we're in our own timeline right now, and what's happened in this issue is we see the debut of the metallic armor in the comics. Now, the metallic armor is one of the most lamest power-ups in Power Ranger history. I mean, it's just a bunch of sparkles and a bunch of glitter. I mean, we've had other battleizers and power-ups that come after it, but the metallic armor is one of the more lamer power-ups. I know a lot of people stand it and a lot of people like it, but it's one of the most weaker power-ups we've had in Power Ranger history. And how they get it in the comics is very different compared to the TV show. I believe they get the idea is Kimberly wants a brand new upgrade for their powers because she finds out from Trini that there are more Ranger teams later down the line after them, so she says that, hey, we need some kind of power-up so we can leave some kind of impact and sort of not get left in the dust like later down the line. So I can understand where she's coming from, why she wants this power-up, and seeing the metallic armor was a big surprise when I turned the page. That was really cool to see. And seeing the metallic armor this early in the comics does have its consequences as they're training in the danger room. So, although we get this power-up much earlier, there is consequences for getting it. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people complaining that they got it early, we skipped over Cat, we skipped over Ninja Quest and stuff like that. But this is history being altered, and you can definitely see that at the end of the issue. So one thing I gotta talk about that is brought up in this issue is Trini talks about the events of Shattered Grid, where she's the one that remembers them, but Kim doesn't, and she brings up the whole final battle with Draken because this Kim does not have the memories of Shattered Grid, where if you read Go-Go, you saw that things played out very differently than how Shattered Grid played out. But Trini talks about how it took a dozen Rangers to take down Draken back in the day during Shattered Grid. And I love the back and forth between the characters because Kimberly does say, were they Rangers like us? Like, were they all Mighty Morphin? And she was like, no, they were kind of different. And there was dinosaurs, and there was ninjas. Lots of ninjas, which got a laugh out of me because there are a couple of Power Ranger ninja teams, so hearing that there was like a lot of ninja-based Rangers did get a laugh out of me because there were like 3 ninja-related teams in the Shadow Grid battle. You had the Alien Rangers, you had the Ninja Storm, and Ninja Steel, which were the brand new team at the time before Beast Morphers. So that line did get a laugh out of me. But this sort of does sort of upset Kim that there's someone out there like Draken out there who killed Tommy, and maybe she believes that the team isn't ready for whatever's out there, so that's why she wants to go to Billy for this power-up. Well, it's the whole reason why she does go to Billy for this power-up, because, hey, there's Rangers after us, we need to get some kind of power-up so we can sort of fight evil another day. So that's the whole reason why we get the metallic armor in this issue. But this issue also saw the return of Short-Haired Trini. That's right, Short-Haired Trini is back. Now, if you don't remember Short-Haired Trini was the hairstyle that Trini had way back in early Go-Go Power Rangers, all the way up to the Necessary Evil part of Go-Go Power Rangers near the end of that. And it's a really cool hairstyle, and I'm glad that they finally brought it back, and I'm hoping it stays. I'm hoping for this hairstyle stays, because it's one of my favorite looks for Trini that we had in the comics, and saying that it's made its grand return, I couldn't be even more happier. Now, let's talk about the ending of this issue, because the ending of this issue is freaking crazy. So, with the metallic armor and the Rangers training in the pocket dimension, or the danger room, whatever you want to call it, it's attracting a lot of grid energy. And I mean a lot of grid energy. And what that does is, it opens up a portal. And when you turn the page and you find out who came out of that portal, my jaw dropped. Like, I was thinking, holy shit, this is getting crazy. So, who comes out of the portal at the end of the issue? Well, some very iconic Power Ranger villains from the future. We've got Trakina, we've got Sledge, we've got Daichi, we've got Void Queen. They managed to get Void Queen in there, a newer villain, which took me by surprise. And took me a while to figure out who it is, because it's got the bird theme going for it because of the Sentai, and you've got Ransacked. So, all these iconic Power Ranger villains from the future showing up in this pocket dimension. Are they going to escape the pocket dimension and get into the real world? No idea. Are they going to do a fake out ending where they get away at the end? No idea. But seeing these iconic Power Ranger villains show up at the end of the issue was crazy, and I'm glad that Matt was able to do a really cool cliffhanger in this issue. So yeah, that was Mighty Morphin issue 21. Like I said at the start of the review, it does start out as a breather issue where everyone's just trying to collect themselves and sort of recover from the situation we've had in the joint comics, such as Jason's mum passing away, the King Aridon stuff, and not only that, setting up for more stuff later down the line, leading up to the Charge to 100, the 100th issue in the Power Ranger comics. So this issue, although it's kind of a breather issue for the first half of it, it does set up for more stuff later down the line, which I'm totally fine with. I mean, there's a lot of dialogue heavy moments in there, but you gotta pay attention to that dialogue because it is teasing and it is setting up for later stuff later down the line. So carefully pay attention to that dialogue in this issue. I probably skipped over it because I'm still recovering from being sick, so I went over what I could, but either way, I really enjoyed this issue, and I can't wait to see what is going to happen next. So, with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Hopefully you were able to sit through this video with me having the sick, deep, bassy voice, so we'll see what happens. If you like it, you like it. You didn't, you didn't. But hey, I had to get this review out because I'm the guy that covers the comics and you guys love to see my reviews. So, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day or night and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Bye.
There we are.
Woo.
There we are. Welcome,
There we
welcome
are.
back. And we've got a new challenger to the mix. It's Miss Ranger Liz. What's going on?
What up?
What's going on?
It goes. Hey, check this
Oh
out.
shit! What do you got?
Got a haul this week, so I had to show it off. It's
Oh,
Target.
Nice.
Took advantage of that
How
random
much was it? How much was
$12.50.
it? Did you hear Heirloom how much it costs over in the UK?
Yeah, like 25 pounds. Like you're
30
you're
pounds.
getting bent over, dude.
Yeah, not in a good
They
way.
didn't have, if they had Tommy, I would have gotten Tommy too, because these legit are like the ones. So if you guys have a Target by you and you're looking for some of the Ninjetti ones or just Lightning Collection, go check them out because they got a bunch of clearance
Yeah,
stuff.
and why is it on clearance? It just came out. That's so ridiculous.
It's getting close to them starting to clear out for like Christmas stuff.
Oh.
Like all of their, because they need to start getting in all of the big stuff that's going to be for Christmas. So yeah, they're pushing stuff out. I got Kiddo back there, some like doorables, or not doorables, like just those like mini things, like the LOLs that
Yeah,
are
yeah.
normally like $10 for one of those. We're only like $3.50. So
I kind of want
You know.
the Zurg figure from that new Lightyear movie because it just looks like cool and menacing. But I don't know. They probably won't put that on sale for a while. They'll probably
Probably
ride
not.
that Disney thing for a long time. What is that? Oh,
Non-Power Ranger related.
oh my!
I got the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer box with Mewtwo on it.
How often do you go on
How much was
hauls?
that?
How often do you go out and like just like pick up stuff?
Like, never.
Oh,
It's a big deal when I do. This is the first Elite Trainer box for Pokemon I've bought in like 2 years.
that's a-
But I really love Pokemon Go.
oh
so
man!
You-
I was seeing online. I don't know if it's true. They're saying that they're gonna make a live action Ash movie or something, like for Pokemon.
I'd watch it in a
The
heartbeat.
same people that
In a
the
heartbeat.
same people that are doing that did Detective Pikachu, I think. It's the same company. So that's
Then it would
That's not
be really
Yeah.
good because Detective Pikachu is cool.
Are you gonna look for the Ditto card? That's in
Absolutely.
that would be cool.
It's a really good way of doing it.
That's cool.
So
So
what's up, chat?
the chat says so.
Hi.
The Game says I thought Netflix would have it back on July 3rd, but no, Netflix doesn't do weekend releases for Netflix shows. So Liz? Did you see any of the leaks for the 2 new episodes of Dino Fury, like on Twitter and the universe?
I saw a picture. I saw one of who was there, and then of a Beast Morphers person
Yeah.
saying whatever that was there, and I was like,
Dang.
well, cool.
Man, that's
But no, I want to rewatch a good chunk, and then maybe I'll dive into spoilers.
I'm thinking about starting back from season 1 and going all the way up until the release, just to get the vibe of everything and just get everybody's character development locked in my mind. So see if it enhances the experience, enhances that stuff. But actually, while we were waiting or watching the comic book thing, Robert Amaya sent us over the image he drew for 5-Man, and dude, that is
That's
nice.
awesome.
Like, it is
I like-
super cool.
I like it.
It's super cool. Like, I really like the look of 5-Man. Do you guys remember the comics? The Psycho Rangers were a team. Is it this team that they were? Were they 5-Man?
I don't
Yes.
remember.
I think yeah.
What even?
Like what would they call, like the
Oh, yeah.
Sonic Rangers or something? It was something like that. Something
Yeah.
crazy. But it looks really cool. So Robert Amaya, great job on that, bringing the Super Sentai stuff. Speaking on Super Sentai, and we'll talk a little bit with Mark after we air this, but he's got our Henshin hangout segment coming in. So let's see what's going on with Don Brothers.
Welcome back to the Henshin Hangout. My name is Mark, aka Airlem, and today we're going to be talking about all Super Sentai stuff, as well as reviewing the latest episode of Dunn Brothers, which is episode 18. Now, there isn't really much Super Sentai news. The only thing that I could see around was mainly a stage show coming up, which was Dunn Brothers versus Hurricaneja, and that was roughly about it. It looks pretty alright. There's not a lot to do. But yeah, so this is something that they normally do. I think last time it was Zenkaija versus someone else. So these are kind of stage shows that they normally show, which is kind of cool. I would love to go to one. Like, I know that they do them. I would love to watch one and see what it's like. But Then again, that's pretty much it for all Sentai news. Nothing there. If you've seen anything, let me know down below in the comments or in chat right now. But let's jump into episode 18. And this episode was a lot of fun. It was a bit different, but I kind of like it. And it shows that the team is kind of working and gelling together to some degree. But yeah, let's jump into this. We open up in the cafe, which looks really, really nice. And everyone is talking about Don Momogatari, saying that they don't want him on the team because, you know, he is a liability. He basically turned against them really quickly. And it's not something that they want. Don Momogatari turns around and says, actually, it's not your kind of call to make. It's going to be mine, so he's staying. I think, like, when seeing this sort of scene, I feel like much later on in like the final battle or something like that, he's gonna call them his friends, and that they're not just companions, they're his team. And I feel like something big has to happen, or at least maybe halfway through the entire series, that we'll get this. But for now, he's just literally saying, "You're all companions. Get off! Get away from me! How dare you say this?" Don Momogatari meets with Momogatari, and they have a conversation, and basically Momogatari's like, "Hey, I want to be treated like an equal. Why don't you treat me like an equal?" And Don Momogatari's like, "Yeah, no, mate, you don't. I'm not going to. But we're going to play a game." They refer back to a Japanese story where this old gentleman uses a pot lid to kind of deflect and kind of block attacks, and that's going to be a thing. Don Momogatari says if Don Momogatari actually hits him once, he will then treat him like an equal, and that's the game. And with this, it says like, hey, you've got to do 100 push-ups, you go do that, and thus therefore this game kind of spans out to every single person, because the others at the moment don't know what's going on. When Dom out, this therefore catches him to make sure that Don Momogatari can block, and then jump straight in. So effectively, this entire episode up to a certain point is just everyone trying to kind of get that one attack in. But we have Inazuma, who isn't going to do this. He's like, he doesn't really know, because he's not really, he's part of the team, but he's kind of a bit away or something. So I was just like, oh, okay. But it's a fun episode for what it is. Each one has like a perfect stage on doing this. Kinjo, these kind of things going on. There are kind of two other stories going on in this episode. We have Sonny, who's turned around and said, hey, I want to settle this score once and for all, after the whole kind of thing that he did earlier to Don Momogatari. So they do really nice things for other people, just so that they can easily turn around and like settle this rivalry. And I kind of like this. It's something that we don't normally see. And I was like, do you know what? Okay, cool. Let's go for this. How far can we go? And I feel like if this was all the way through the series, this would be perfect, and like maybe a score at the end to say who's done what. So it was kind of really, really nice. Another part of the story is Son Annie, who turns around and offers to take Inazuma to say, hey, I'm going to take you to Natsume. But he doesn't want this. He's like, no, I will find her on my own. But she is basically restoring the debt that she has, because in the previous episode, she made a bet with him saying like the main guy, Tamaba, he was to turn into the monster, and it was someone else who did it. So therefore, she owes him a debt. And I feel like this is going to be a thing all the way through. Maybe she saves his life or something like that. Or maybe because Natsumi stays with Konji, that she actually goes out with Inazuma instead. Who knows? Maybe that's going to be a theory for another day. But I think one of the biggest talking points in this entire episode is the new villain for the series. So we have the new, really do like this. I felt like this is a thing that we needed a little bit more to be a bit of a rival, and that this Ranger could turn up at any point, and that's what I like. I like suspense. Obviously we're going to see more of it in previews, but if we didn't, I think that would be absolutely perfect. And that is pretty much the end of the episode. We get one little scene with Don Momogatari kind of helping this old lady, but she actually hits him, and that is the one like, oh my god, you were this equal. I would love it if we saw this much later on and she's like, oh, how dare you? And he's like, oh, you are my equal. You landed one attack on me. I think this would be really cool. I think I would absolutely find this hilarious much later on. So that is pretty much the episode. There's not much. I will add in, because I've just remembered, all the others ask, hey, how can we land an attack on Don Momotaro, on the guy that is actually Don Momotaro's father, who's locked away for now. And he says, hey, you've got to say this saying to make him drop his guard. And it's something about his friend the beetle, who flew away, where he was like, he was his only friend while growing up. Because he says this, everyone, Don Momotaro says, oh God, where is he? Where's my friend? And he starts looking for it. All the others are about to attack, but they stop because they don't want to use these tactics on him, because that's a bad thing. And I was like, okay, I can see it, but I feel like you could have done it a little bit, but they wanted to do it honorably, so I kind of liked it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really much going on. There were quite a few different stories going on. There was no kind of changes. We've just got some more backstory. We've got the new character coming in, which is Don Masami. I think I said that right. It's going to be a while before I get all these names right, and by the end of the year, I'll be like, oh, I've got to do it again. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. What did you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know down below in the comments or in the chat, and I'm going to leave it there. My name is Mark. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Heirloom, but on Twitter, you can find me as at Mainstream Live. Check out all my socials if you like the sort of content I make. I pretty much do Power Ranger stuff. So let me know what you think about it. And of course, I will see you next week. Bye!
That was great, Heirloom. That was great. We were talking about, off the air, we're talking about where we left off on Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. For you guys in the chat, if you guys are still following either, let me know where you're at, or where did you drop off at. Like Super Sentai, like, it's not that I don't enjoy Super Sentai, it's just the process of obtaining the content and then watching it is so hard. Like, it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous how hard it is to get some of this stuff, and there's a market for it. So I don't understand why there isn't like a, you know, like an app. If there was like an app that Japan had that, you know, I'd have to download and pay monthly for, I would do it. So Toy.
Oh yeah, if there was a way, I mean, you look like Crunchyroll or something like that, like the anime, you pay a subscription, and there you go, you get all of it legally, and like it. Yeah, it would be nice, but I'm just glad that I somewhat speak internet. So
yeah, it's tough. But I mean, like, props to you, Mark, for like keeping up with it, because it's
I love it.
It's a process. I'm looking at like the images. I know it may be spoiling me a little bit, but like, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by the CGI that they use, and like all the physical comedy that the main cast has. I think that's fun. I think that it's a different take on like how they do Power Rangers, and like, honestly, I think Super Sentai, if they were just to like just air it with maybe voiceovers or some dubs and stuff, and just air it like in America, I think it might do really well. I mean,
I think subs would do a lot. Sub would do really well. I don't think dub would work, because I think it'd be very
campy,
off-putting. Yeah, but I think they should have an app. Put it on Crunchyroll. Like, as long as there's a way of watching it, and people would do it, even if they made the like Crunchy Satsu or whatever, which would be a cool name. But
Mark,
Crunchy Satsu.
Yeah, but if they Crunchy Satsu coming this summer, no, but if you put it on there, I think people would watch it. Like, I would do it, because if you had every single tokusatsu from like the beginning of it, so you can go through it, there's so much content. I mean, what, a year's worth of content that it would take ages to go through, but you go from Go Ranger to Don Brothers, you know, people would watch back. I would look back at some of the older Sentai. You know, I know you can buy it from Shout Factory and stuff, but for us over here in the UK, you can't buy it like straight away. So it should be done. But Toei needs to do something as well, because they're very behind on their copyright. They're more like, well, if you put one image, you're completely taken away from the show, and it's just like, no, we love this, as long as we're not slagging it off and going, hell no. I think it's fine, but they need to do something. But they're still so behind on their copyright laws. I think it's just really irritating.
That's true. Like, and they're so behind, and they're very vigilant on people that are reviewing their stuff, or, you know, talking about it. It's like, you don't want people to talk about it? Come on, like, I think you're missing the whole point here. Thea Game says South Korea has their dubs of Sentai. That's interesting. Craig Anderson says the last Super Sentai I watched was Ryu Soldier. I think that was that the last one? No, the last one I watched was Lupat. Lupat?
Lupat was great. I
amazing.
love Lupat.
That was so good.
That was a good
Every
show.
week was like something different, and just like the freaking the dynamic between like you know, the different sides of what they're doing. I was like, oh man, this is fun. I think my favorite episode, I think we talked about this, Mark, is the one where Pink and Yellow were stuck in like a amusement park. That was my favorite episode.
Yeah,
Like such a good episode.
that's I think it's the only Sentai that made me kind of cry because of the last episode type thing. I was just it brought me to tears, and I've never had that through Sentai or Power Rangers. But Lupat was great. I love the camera angles that they came up with. It was like, oh, here's the season before, which is very Resoldier, which is very like, but this one was just like, yep. So we're gonna have a drone fly under the legs, up and around, and turn around, and like, holy crap, that's amazing.
Nice.
Don't see that in Power Rangers.
But we are eventually gonna get season 2B of Dino Fury. What's something that you guys are super excited to see, even though you may have seen some stuff from Twitter, the Twitterverse or Rangerverse? Like, what's something that you haven't seen yet from that stuff that you're excited to see in the future?
The Amelia's parents. I think that is the biggest thing so far. I want them to go, and it's these people, and it'd be completely different, or it's going to be Void Knight or Void King and Void
Gonna
Queen.
pull a Ray from Star Wars on you?
Maybe, yeah. If it's something like Derek from accounting, and it's like Sandra from HR, then I'd be very kind of like, or was it what's the name? Jane.
Oh.
Jane being all along.
It's
like,
the model we used for J-Borg. Like, that's who your mom is. We just that'd be crazy.
Just at the end. Just at the end of the series, when it's like, so no one's ever seen this in Power Rangers, and it's Jane just handing over Buzz Blast and going, "It's all yours, daughter," and it's like, "What? You're my mother?" Like, I always have. That's why you're working here.
It's a little bit of nepotism here going on, you know. Had to give you a job because I couldn't provide you with anything else.
Yeah, so I could keep an eye on you and all your antics. I always knew you were a Power Ranger, and that's it. That's why we gave Pop a job.
How about you, Liz?
I'll just form Amelia's parents to be from accounting, because that would be amazing. I want to see Zed back.
Yeah.
Like, he left. We know that Commander Shaw is going to be coming back at some point because of casting stuff. So yeah, I want to see those characters and stuff come back and interact with the new guys, because that's always fun. But yeah, mostly want to see them back. Want to see Amelia's parents stuff. Kind of see where all that goes. See if Ollie and Amelia get together.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter too. There's like they're posting the Beast Morphers like scene with Zoe and Nate, and then I saw they said it was a deleted scene with the ninja steel. Why is that popping up again, and why did they delete that? Like, how they're talking about how like they don't want to show like relationships with Power Rangers. That's such a weird thing.
I think it's due to the fact that it might be in the contract with Nickelodeon that you're not allowed to show people kissing, because it may give kids the wrong answer. But then my answer is, so does that all parents don't kiss their partners around their kids? Is it like, oh, can't do that? So it just doesn't matter. It's not like they're necking each other and going like, or thing. It's just a normal kiss or, a thing. So with the Ninja Steel, it's just like, mwah. That's all it was. It was like, you just saved me, thank you very much. And it wasn't a bad scene, but yeah, they just cut it because you can't show that to kids, because kids might go around and say,
as opposed to the rest of Ninja Steel that they had no problem showing to kids.
Yeah, can't go beat up bad guys. Measuring holes.
Looking over at chat, we got Robert. I'm waiting for Lord Zed's return and Ali Amelia's relationship to blossom. Totally agree. Morphin Henshin Heroes. Lord Zed returns hopefully with his staff from Beast Morphers.
Right.
Yes. Tony Robinson. I'd love to see Lord Zed come back and destroy their powers. That's the nuclear option. Tony's just like burn it all down.
He's just like, I'm going full on, just destroy everything, blow them up.
Let's do it. Yeah. I don't want to head back. I really don't. I'm sorry, Blackwing 2040. Robert, maybe Simon Bennett will address the kissing rule.
Can we take note on that?
Maybe.
Guys, do not reach out to Simon Bennett on that. Just leave him. Just
don't.
wait. Just wait. Leave the man alone. He's like getting
Yeah.
very agitated right now, and everything's just gonna tick him off.
Oh my gosh! And now that the other stuff came, like the episode stuff that came out, I'm just
Leave
yeah.
it.
I hope he's having a relaxing Monday. Today's Saturday, so what
Saturday.
is it? It's like Sunday
Yeah,
morning.
he's like having his little
for him.
coffee, and he's on Twitter. He's like,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Croissants
Logged
on the veranda.
Jesus Christ, these Ranger fans, what the hell?
I
Oh, Toku Chris.
just want to go to work tomorrow
Toku Chris, he says,
and not have to deal with
for how
this.
progressive and pro-inclusion Power Rangers is, they took such a conservative stance on all things romance until Dino Fury. That is kind of true. It's kind of weird. I think the last time that we...
And then it got
Wait, I can't remember. I'm blanking on this. Did Ashley and Andros never kiss? Can't remember.
No, it's been
oh, I don't
it's been
even.
Tommy.
No.
Tommy and Kimberly were the last ones to kiss.
That's weird.
Then, are we talking about? If we're talking about lip
I
action,
don't even.
We're
then
talking about lip action of Power
it's-
Rangers.
Mm.
it's Izzy and Fern were the last people to kiss out of almost 30 years. Gia kisses Jake on the cheek,
Oh yeah, yep.
and then
I
that's
remember
it.
That might have been in the
Yeah, but we all
extended
know
one.
Gia and Emma were together. It was Emma, right? I'm like Gia and Mia and Emma and all of the girls had these really generic
Yeah.
names.
I don't know why that was. Is it just because they thought that the people wouldn't like remember their names or something? It's just very short.
Because Megaforce was literally somebody put like words in an ad lib, and they're like, "Here's your show."
I just thought it was easy enough to say in the song, like Jake,
Jay. Oh yeah.
Troy. That's it. You can't have a name like Ma, Liz.
That would be fun.
Jessa.
That would be
That's
fun.
what we need
Yeah,
to
we
do.
do.
We need to do a new intro.
We do. We gotta shoot it.
We're gonna have like the flashy things that go by us.
We just gotta get you guys like
Yeah.
I don't know, like little turntables, or you guys spin really smoothly. I think that'd be like.
My chair. I'll have the background though. I'm part of Weekend.
Oh, nice.
So you just do this.
Common
That's
Writer.
Nice.
People can.
Oh, nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just-
Just like that. That PA game says lip action.
I have a green screen. Let's do it.
I think we'll play around with it. Like, and it could change. It could change every episode. Like, we could just have different things going on. But yeah,
Well,
there
Yeah.
is one like person from Ryu Soldier that fans are still waiting to see in Dino Fury, and like if we're actually gonna see him, like the Bronze Knight. And we got the fan club.
Yeah.
Fan club's gonna be talking about when the next time we're gonna see Bronze Knight.
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher, when it morphed, I made a fake one.
There's 11 episodes left of Power Rangers Dino Fury, and we have a lot of things that we need to get resolved. And one of the questions I have for you guys today is, when does the Bronze Knight appear? Who is the Bronze Knight, guys? This is the question I got for you guys today, and there is a lot of speculation on who this character is. Does the Bronze Knight defeat Lord Zed? Who is he? Will Tarek become the Bronze Knight? There are some fan theories, and the big question is, when will we see this character? We are going to talk about it. So as of right now, we've got Void King and Void Queen. We know that Lord Zed is coming back at some point, and these Power Rangers are going to need some help. If you pay attention and look closely, this suit is pretty much a bronze version of Void Knight's suit. So there's a good chance that Void Knight, aka Tarek, could be the Bronze Knight. How does he get this power? How does he help the Rangers? Does he finally become good? Is there a chance that he finds out that Amelia is his daughter, and that's when he snaps back into Tarek and he tries to help the Rangers? What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of the comments, let's kind of get into those and see what the fans are thinking. So Byron said, who could be the Bronze Knight? He has three choices: Tarek, Mick from Ninja Steel, and C. Pop Pop, aka Ed Jones. Why Pop Pop or Mick from Ninja Steel? Because in the Japanese version of Dino Fury, the Bronze Knight is an old man. You can use that footage for Pop Pop as the Bronze Knight. Now for Mick, the Bronze Knight has a different fighting style compared to Tarek. Ooh. Now for the pick that makes the most sense. Tarek has been through a lot in Dino Fury Seasons 1 and 2. And probably before the events of Dino Fury, fast forward to Season 2, Episode 9, The Hunt. Tarek gave his armor to Zato, so he only has his Void Saber to defend himself. It would be so cool to see Tarek get the Bronze Knight armor because of what he's been through. Tarek is not a bad guy, he's just trying to save his wife Santoro. I think Solon or the Morphin Masters will reward him with that armor, or Solon creates a morpher for Tarek so he can transform into the Bronze Knight. That is a hell of a theory, Byron. Thank you. Man of the USA Jones says, let us all hope he does return. Yes, someone said, could Zordon be the Brown Knight? Hey, I don't know about that, but that would be crazy. Maybe the Gold Ranger resurrects Zordon to help defeat Lord Zed and maybe set up the next season. Oh, okay, Living Water Ministries, I see you, bro. Thamara said Tarek is going to be the Bronze Knight after he's done being Void King for like 5 more episodes, and those 5 episodes, Amelia will be turned into Void Princess. Ooh. And then Tarek will become the Bronze Knight, and we'll see him helping the Rangers. They'll see if they can defeat Lord Zed and his crew, Void Queen and Void Princess. Oh, man. A lot of people asking when it's coming out. I do not know. Dylan said Tarek is going to be the Bronze Knight after he's done being Void King. Yeah, I agree, man. I'm really excited. This is just a great time to be a Power Ranger fan. I love the character backstories. I love what they're doing with this show, man. I absolutely love Dino Fury. It's one of my favorite seasons within the last 10-15 years. It's up there, man. It's up there with like RPM for me. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do next. But these last 11 episodes are going to be supreme. I can't wait. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comments. What's going on with our boy Void Knight, aka this Bronze Knight guy? I really think it's going to be Tarek, but it could be somebody else. Could it be Pop Pop? Could it be Mick? Who is the Bronze Knight? Let me know. Now, does the Bronze Knight have enough power to defeat Lord Zed, or does he help defeat Lord Zed? That's another question I have for you. Will Tarek become the Bronze Knight? Let us know in the comments. Can't wait to read them, and maybe they'll make it into the next show. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this content. It really means the world to me. Just thank you so much. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. You can also become a member. Please join the fan club support team right now. We have a Blue Ranger power-up and a Gold Ranger power-up. This is an awesome way to talk with the fans. Join a fan club official chat group. You can also be featured in our videos. At the end of the videos, I will shout you out. That's if you get the Gold Ranger Power-Up membership.
I think it's about done.
We're back, and we're
hey, there we go.
Thank you, fan club.
Hello there.
There you go. He's referencing Toku
That was a
because he says, anyone else think Mark Heirloom is like a slight accent change away from Obi-Wan Kenobi? And I think
yes.
Heirloom, if you can facilitate that for a little bit, just talk like like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This isn't the Super Sentai that you're looking for. I do believe that the lightsaber. I fear that Vader is nearby.
Yeah, I love it.
There we go.
It's like that in Eric Berry with his Nick Cage voice. He doesn't hear it, but I hear it every time I listen to the podcast. Like, man, I had no idea Nick Cage was a big fan of Power Rangers. It's crazy. But you guys, we're here for the Ranger Nation discussion. This week we're talking about Power Morphicon. Unfortunately, well, I mean, Mark might go, but Liz might not go So we're gonna have to find a
Gotta
way to
go.
keep you involved and entertained with whatever comes out. But I was going.
I will. I love conventions.
Yeah.
So I'm all up for it.
We'll get some coverage, some live coverage going on somewhere. We'll set up like a little camera and just have
Yeah.
someone just go around and start shooting stuff. So let me bring up the guest list, because me and Mark were looking through it. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of guests, but then it doesn't. I don't.
It's the
think there's
one thing
still-
that annoys me.
But like right now, at least they're announcing like a guest a day.
Okay.
And so it's because it just last week or whatever, they just started announcing all of the Dino Fury. And it's just like every day they have another guest announcement. So I'm hoping that, a guest a day throughout the rest of July, that would definitely bring it up. But
Yeah.
I-
I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of people. I would love complete teams, and we were trying to do a little checklist on complete teams, but it was not working because I don't know whoever's running the website, like how they're formatting it, but it's not by alphabetical order. It's not by teams.
seriously, their website needs, I mean, PMC's watching this. I can't help you, bro, but you need to do something about the guest list. There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
It's not in
Yeah.
alphabetical order. It's not in order by season. I'm thinking it's just maybe the way they announced people. They just add the next picture on top, but even that's not updated because I'm scrolling through that list, like the email you sent, the link you sent
Yeah.
me, and it doesn't even have the Dino Fury ones on there
Yeah.
yet. So this list isn't even up to date.
No. Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, they announced. Who announced it? Someone announced it was Jordan Fight and Hunter Dino is coming, and
They're yeah. Izzy's gonna be there.
Tessa Rao. There you go.
Tessa Rao, Chance Perez is gonna
Yeah.
be there, who I would freaking love to meet. He is seriously like the one. If I could interview someone, I would love to interview Chance Perez because I was literally his fan in real life, the boy band he was in before he was a Power
What's
Ranger.
the genre? What's the what if you were to compare it to like big boy band groups? What are they compared to?
Well, oh, I mean, they didn't really make it that big. They did a reality show though. There was a reality show called Boy Band, and I had nothing else going on in my life. See, look, if you guys didn't know this in chat, now y'all learning why Chance Perez is also so incredibly talented. So he ended up throwing out an audition, and he made it to the whatever. And I think it was like my daughter was really little, and it was summer, and so it was hot, and I couldn't do anything. So I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna watch some reality TV because I love K-pop, like boy bands and K-pop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna support this new American boy band, and I watched every week, and I voted, and like he lived far and away was the most talented one of all of them, and that like no cap, that's why I picked him. Well, he's very dreamy, but
yeah.
so
It's those
but
eyes, isn't it?
he seriously was like the best singer. Like he could move, he had natural charisma about him, and I'm like, that's it. Like he has to be in the group, and he ended up making it through. And like I followed them and their journey, and I watched their live stuff. I've watched their music videos, and then all of a sudden it was like, I see this is Chance Perez is gonna be a Power Ranger, and I'm like, wait, that shit? Like you freaking serious? The guy from in real life?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anywho,
Yeah.
he does still have some actual good music also. So that's why I would love to get a chance to talk to him because there are so many levels of like
Of coolness,
amazing
like
things.
fandom panic that you just want to.
Man, yeah, like fandom stuff. Like he's been in music videos. He's gotten to do like, you think of his fight choreography and stuff. He had to learn dance choreography and how to move on stage with 4 other people because it was a boy band of 5 people. So there were just a lot of skills, and I'm sure he already got to bring to the show.
You know.
These are the questions I would ask him.
Maybe we could talk him into like maybe having like an acoustic like performance, at Power Morphicon. Because I remember,
Ooh.
He should. His music's good.
yeah, I remember maybe 2 or 3 Power Morphicons ago, iShine did like a performance in the Pasadena Convention Center, and it was loud.
Yeah.
Like you could be like in the other room or in the other like building, and you can hear just loud music. It's like, what is going on in that convention center? There's a concert going on. What's going on here? But yeah, maybe we can get them to do like a live performance or something fun. Like, I would love to have all like the actual natural musicians that were Power Rangers, like just each have a set, like a mini concert, and they each have like
just a jam session.
yeah, you know, like everybody.
Just like everybody bring an instrument. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
We're making a Power Ranger band.
It's like that episode of The Office where they're in the warehouse and they're like jamming, and then like a bunch of random people start showing up and just different instruments. So much fun. I think that'd be great. I remember. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say I'll bring a triangle because that's the only thing I can probably bring, or a tambourine. Just jam out.
Your suitcase. Bring a kazoo.
Yeah.
Come on, smallest thing. Bring a kazoo.
Just
I got it.
Piece of grass and just.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Another thing I'm not really a big fan of for like the Power Morphicon website is like this, like the 2 Selwyn wards here. It's like, is there a way to condense it or?
It's the one thing
bad.
that it irritates me. It's like, here's Jason David Frank 10 times because it's like you've got to get them all Rangers. Just have someone design it with them all on. It gets on me. It just
it's
grates on me.
It's crazy. So we got
Campbell Cooley's
he's
got
got
like
5.
14 of them for his voices. It's like, come on, man. We know he's awesome, but like.
Yeah. I'm waiting for him to bring out the Xena one where he's on Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, I remember talking to him about it. He's like, hey, you were on Xena, man. I love that show. Blake Foster, Selwyn Ward. I love
Selwyn
Selwyn.
Ward.
Blake Foster's great. Allison Kipperman, she's great. Jorge's great. I haven't really talked to him much. He seems like a very like calm, like Zen guy. Haven't met Allie yet. Oh, we got Vernon Wells. He's actually really nice. Vernon Wells is really nice. Who on this list are you guys excited for?
Yeah, I'm looking too in chat. Pikachu Master. I'm excited for PMC. Blackwing. So far, no one from Lightspeed, Jungle Fury, or RPM.
That is true.
Oh, she. Oh my gosh, what is her name? She played Liv. She played Summer. The yellow. I can't remember what her real name is. She's gonna be tough. She's on Ghosts now. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so good.
Who from RPM?
Yeah, RPM. Who she played Summer. She played Liv
on her
in
name? On iZombie.
Yeah, in iZombie.
Why am I blanking on her name? What is going on?
Let me quickly check.
Yeah, it's gonna do it. Anyway,
internet.
she's on Ghosts on like CBS, which is a award-winning immediate 3-season show or whatever.
Would you say she's the most successful of the Power Ranger actors?
Johnny Young Bosch.
Oh yeah, John. Never mind.
And
Johnny
it's
Young Bosch, yeah.
Rose McIver.
Rose McIver, yeah.
Rose McIver. There we go. I don't know if you were to ask my parents, and if I gave them a list of all of the Power Rangers and like who I think successful is going to be, if you're a fan of anime and stuff and you want to look and you'd be like, yeah, Johnny and Bosch has done everything under the sun and whatever. But if you're going to look at someone like Rose McIver, who was only a Ranger 15 years ago and is now on like the highest rated shows on like one of the biggest networks in America, like that's also really freaking big. Yeah. So
well, even here, Brandon J. McLaren, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Oh, he has
a lot of stuff. Graceland, I love Graceland. He was on that Turner and Hooch show that got canceled, which I was kind of bummed out because I felt like it was just getting its legs. He's been in a lot of stuff.
The guy who played Sir Ivan of Xandar, Davy Santos.
Yeah, Davy Santos.
He was on
that shark movie.
No, it's another show on CBS. It's a doctor one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it got renewed for another season, but it was crazy. I was watching television at my parents' house, and there was a dual promo commercial for these shows that are coming out, and I'm like, there's legit a Power Ranger on both of these shows on network television. I am not used to this. Like,
Yeah.
if you see a Power Ranger on the television, Keith goes, "Who got arrested?"
Ah.
Good Sam. Thank you very much, Edward,
Good
for
Sam.
that.
Oh,
Good Sam.
That's with Sophia
Yeah.
Bush. I love that show. That's great.
Yeah, and that's Surian. Ivan.
Jack Guzman's been a lot of like small roles. I've seen him a lot of stuff. Nakia's been a lot of stuff. Let me see. There's a lot of.
I feel like, but like Tracy Lynn Cruz, like she's got like her own health line. Like some of them have just done not acting, whatever stuff.
Yeah.
Like they've just kind of gone on and
Moved
done their own
Yeah,
thing.
I know Patrick David. He's he's doing conventions a lot more now, but he has his own furniture store, like import furniture store, which is pretty cool.
Who is Sandy Fox? Like
Sandy Fox?
yeah, so it's like it's just
suit actor. I
no, it's like if you look all the way down, you've got Elizabeth Fies, who obviously is in a suit.
Yeah.
But when you look at like say Sandy Fox, it's like you had Chibi Moon, Betty Boop, and Hello Kitty, and I'm like, it's how is she connected to Power Rangers? That's it's just really weird.
I don't know if it's at this point like it's see who we can get to fill up this convention center, but I mean even if you just have these people, that's a good amount of people for it's it's
that's what I thought. Sorry. Good Sam. Yeah, it got canceled.
Ah, damn.
I was like, I can't remember if there's a season 2 or not. Danger Force. Yeah, that's because it was Henry Danger on the spinoff was Danger Force. She plays one of the kids' parents.
Yeah, there's a few stuff that some of these Ranger actors are in.
Actually, Camille Hyde, she's been on some Netflix stuff.
She has.
Like she's been on a few things. So is I can't remember all the Rangers like real names. The guy who was Calvin, the yellow Ninja Steel Ranger. I know he's been in a few Netflix stuff too.
Yep. He was on. Yeah, he was on that one horror thing that they had. Yeah, they've been in a few stuff. Erin Cahill, she was in a ton of things.
Oh yeah, Erin Cahill. She's been in
a ton of things.
Just watch the Hallmark Channel near Christmas. You will find her. I promise you will find her.
You know what? I did see that Ciara Hanna saying that she's making a sequel to that one film that she did where she was in like Alabama. I actually enjoyed that film. It was kind of fun.
I've not watched it yet. I need to.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I actually enjoyed it. But yeah, we got a few good people here. Like earlier, we were trying to complete teams, and it's really hard to complete some of these teams. Mark, which one did we say they had the full team there? I
don't know. I've got to have another quick look. They've definitely not got MMPR. Is it Space that they've got?
Maybe Space. They got Nemo. I saw Tracy. Oh no, they're not going to be able to complete Space. There's no way because Patricia's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Overdrive is almost close to completion.
Almost. The one team that a lot of the Power Ranger fans aren't really super hyped about completing, but
oh wow.
Maybe Beast Morphers is getting close.
Yeah, how's Hyperforce?
Yeah, Turbo is kind of close.
Probably. Well, I mean, Hyperforce wouldn't take a ton. It would be if you would already have Jack D. Thomas.
Yeah.
I was looking at sometimes I go over to like Ranger Board back in the day would have sometimes people would do like lists of or big things like guests and what teams, etc. And it's not updated or whatever. So guess not.
We got Michael Olaski. I wonder if he can get the rest of the young Rangers back in there.
To be fair, that'd be really cool to see because it's always just Mike. Because I think a while ago, like the one who played young Cat, she met up with Catherine at like a Ranger stop or something.
Oh,
so I think it'd be really cool to see it. Like I'd be like, do you want that'd be awesome.
You know, I really think I think Hyperforce would be probably the easiest get. No, like there's nobody on that team that they're all in LA. For the most part, I'm thinking. I don't know where Paul Schreier's from, but he's here anyways, right? So just get Andre, get the Sudarso brothers. I'm sure there's a ton of people that aren't on this list that I know are coming. So I think it's just waiting to see who they can get.
Hopefully, in another 5 years, we'll be talking about Yoshi, and he'll finally get like the giant superhero break, whatever, and he gets it to the even bigger screen. But he's done some pretty cool
the one with
some pretty cool
Jamie
stuff
Foxx,
also.
that one,
Buffalo Boys, and
what was that one?
He's been in quite a few movies.
Yeah, he's been in a few, but like I want to see him like in the forefront, and I think he could do it. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any complete teams right now, because I mean, you want.
Did Yoshi come to the last PMC?
Yeah.
I'm sure he was there.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did the signing. Yeah.
Wait, the last PMC the one where they announced his brother, or no?
The last PMC was Ninja Steel.
Oh yeah, it was.
So that was that epic scene.
I don't know because if he was there, I would have met him. I mean, I feel like he would have been top, like high up on my list.
Why am I blanking on last PMC?
Because it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, we can remember one that's 6 years ago.
It was crazy. It's like a whole election year.
Does this dog here? This was the team and the
the
thing that they all signed.
Oh,
I actually framed mine.
Do
Look at that. I put it right.
There is one thing that irritates me about that whole poster,
What?
and it's the fact that they put the book on the bottom of it, and it's just like, I don't need to know. It's a really nice poster, and you can't cut the bottom off because you cut part of the shoe off. And I'm like, why would you even put that? Because the book isn't around anymore.
Is it still
Available November 2018?
Is the book still on sale? Because I kind of want to buy it now.
No, it's gone.
You can still pick it up from time to time. Like Amazon will get some in, or whatever. It's a cool book to just thumb through.
Yeah.
I've never actually read it.
I love the fact that I'm on the last page.
You're on the last page? Yeah.
Top of the page in the biography, whatever it is, because they used my quote from an interview that I did probably like 7-8 years ago, and they used one line and like, oh god, we've got to put this guy in the book, and I'm right at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What of the Power Morphicon that you got to attend? I know Liz was the last one was your first one, right?
Yeah, that was it. My first.
What is a standout moment for you?
What's
going on? Huh?
The first thing I remember.
The thing that stands out.
If you having fun with a lot of my friends. Because the first thing you're like, what stood out to you? It was being drunk at IHOP with a bunch of my friends at like 2 a.m. Saturday night and like stumbling back. The panel, the Shattered Grid Read Out Loud panel was so freaking good.
So great.
That was amazing. Getting to see the Beast Morphers cast reveal obviously was like a highlight, to be able to be like, I got to see a cast reveal. And that's just something that, like, when you get to go to PMC, that's usually one of the, like, the big special things, like only a handful of people have ever gotten to be like, I got to see the new Ranger, be announced and walk out on the stage. So I hope they do that. I don't know. We're basically saying like, we're not, gonna have a panel or anything. We'll have to see.
Yeah. I don't. I think the thing that, like, the first thing that Comic-Con, or that, not Comic-Con, Power Morphicon was the line outside. The line, it wasn't even outside. The line.
Oh, yeah.
The line inside that building, like, and then you have to go down the escalator. Like, it was crazy. I just kept looking at people's feeds and pictures, and I think I saw, like, one of Mark's pictures, like, look at this is crazy. Like, there's so many people, and then they haven't gotten the thing figured out yet, but we're just, I mean, at least you guys are now in the sun, but it's still, that was a lot, that day 0 or day 1, that was crazy.
Dude, it was the Friday, and I will find my vlog for it so I can take a still if anyone wants to see it, but it was insane. People were waiting 4 hours to get in, And then after they got in, they're like, oh, you want all your exclusive stuff? You have to go wait in that line over there. And then by Sunday afternoon, evening, they're just like, oh, we got a bunch of Lord Drakens that are left over. Oh, you don't have to. There's no limit. How many do you want? Because they're telling people, they're like, oh, well, there's a limit of 4, but all you have to do is just get back in line, and then you can come through and buy another 4.
Oh, yeah.
And there really wasn't a line.
Yeah.
So that's how, like, I got
The
2 of the black and gold Megazord pops, the oversized ones, because I don't think I was even gonna get one just because I wasn't gonna wait in line. I don't think I even had one like allotted for me. And then I could just go up and buy one, so I bought 2.
I just got a.
And one's upstairs in the box, and one's back there.
I just got a photo from someone here in this chat, and it is a ironically fitting photo because it has both of you in it. Let me bring it into the.
Oh my god, that is an amazing photo. Is it prom?
Prom was the best. I absolutely loved it.
Did anyone in chat? Did you guys go to prom? Let us know how you enjoyed it because it was amazing.
I was late.
Yeah.
I was late.
I know.
I don't know.
I never got a drink.
Yeah. I don't think I got a drink.
Promise those free drinks.
I was drinking before, but I never like the lines was crazy, like fucking crazy. I don't know what happened there. Oh, here it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
Look at
that.
that. What are you guys arguing about there?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't. You just were like, here, let's take a picture. And you kind of made a face. So I just made a face.
Yeah.
And it ended up.
I love that everybody
was-
dressed up. I love that. I love that everybody like participated in that sense. I think that it made the thing because there's a ton of people that didn't get to attend their prom, so it was kind of fun to do stuff like that.
For us UK folk, we don't actually have proms like back when I was younger. But I kept going around every single person when I was drunk going, yeah, I look like a bit of a bank manager, so I approve your bank manager's fine.
So you don't have like formals and stuff over in the UK?
They do now, but when I left my high school, it was a school disco, so we didn't dress up at all,
man.
We were talking about being in the 90s,
Yeah.
so it was just like, what, a 12-year-old, whatever, owning a suit. We didn't have that, or whatever. No, 16 I would have been. Yeah, something like that. We didn't have it, so I really enjoyed it.
That's funny. Power Rangers guy says, I passed out before the prom started. Oh, man. Wait, that was pretty... I felt like maybe you're having a good time at Power Morphicon. I wish I went to prom. I wanted to go, but I left early. Dang.
It was amazing.
It was fun. Like the music, there was so we had like a house DJ came in and he was like playing all the fun music and everybody was vibing and having fun. And then we had the Eye Shine guy come in and he just changed the whole music. And I was just looking at the rest of everybody else like, I'm not really feeling this. Like, what's going on? We told him 90s music. We told him like 90s prom music and he was doing some like dubstep stuff and some. And I was like, dude, what happened? Bring back the other DJ, but whatever. It is what it is, right?
I have the best story to tell you guys later that made my night like 100%. Because I don't know if I can tell it on
Are you talking
on stream.
about Hector David like going crazy, flipping off stages and taking people's hats? And he was on something. Like he was on one. Couldn't he?
Yeah, he was. Totally
It's-
didn't like hang out with them out by the doors 10 feet away from the entrances legally. I have no idea what's legal in California.
I don't know what's going on. I know there was one time at Power Morphicon that Hector David like jumped from the balcony of one room to another balcony, and it was so crazy. It was so crazy. And I guess that's why he didn't go the next year, but he got to go that year.
He got kicked out of I think it was, which one was it? It was one that he went to. I remember him like having a massive go at Scott, and then he was saying stuff like JDF, like you wouldn't do this if it was JDF, blah blah. And you know when you see those films where the person gets yep, and then literally makes a phone call and goes, do it, and they go done, and then they never see the person ever again. Scott just literally pulled his phone out and went, yeah, pull him, and or something like
It's
that.
like security
And
guards came out
literally-
of nowhere.
No, it was like it wasn't that. It was like when you went the next day, there was nothing of Hector there.
Ah.
Everything had been pulled down, and I was just like, "This is some movie level stuff," and I am so glad I saw this.
That's funny. Johnny Murrah says at Secca 7 needs to stop airing final batches of Power Rangers episodes first. PR is now part of Netflix and is part of it now, and if they keep airing spoilers, PR will lose place on Netflix. I don't think that's a thing.
No.
I think Netflix
It's because
has too many things on their plate to worry about that.
yeah, it's literally the whole Netflix thing is like they should have had it and they should have had the clause, but because it's probably broadcasting rights still, that they can still do it, and then the next season or whatever it's going to be, that will only be on Netflix and that won't be anything. So it'll probably be part of the deal that they still signed when it was on Nickelodeon. Like, we have the rights, because I know the UK is getting it pretty soon. I don't know when, but I know we're getting it very soon.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at these guests. Like, is there any panels? I'm asking for a friend. Is there any panels you would love to see? Like a combination of any of these Rangers. Is there any panels that you would love to see? I'm vetoing. I'm gonna veto the obligatory, not obligatory, but like the obligation to do the Forever Red, because we have so many Red Rangers here. Let's put a Forever Red panel again together. I want to see something different. Like maybe a Forever Pink, maybe.
I think they did Forever Yellow.
Yellow, you know.
Last time.
Maybe we do an Andrew Gray one about his Netflix show. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
obviously,
sure
there has to be a Andrew Gray and freaking Captain Marvelous panel. There
Yes.
No question about it. That has to happen, and just seeing them on like a panel together, that'd be fun.
I would absolutely love that, and I'd be all for the chaos that would come again on Twitter, as well as other groups going like, no, and I'm like, oh god, I'm seeing this up now. Oh, so good. Oh, I'm so full.
Oh, I would. There's probably gonna be a Operation Overdrive, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be.
15-year pan, however many it is, but because they're the only person they don't have back from Operation Overdrive is the Red Ranger.
No, he's there. It's Dax, the Blue Ranger, that they've not got.
Oh, okay. There we
Has
go.
anybody seen
Ah,
Dax the Blue Ranger? I have not seen him anywhere.
He disappeared in 07 and we've never been able to find him since.
Maybe.
He still turns up in Los Angeles every year for Power Morphicon, but at the wrong location.
Nobody
Grand
informed
Hotel.
him it moved back to Pasadena. He's sitting in Anaheim, like, what's going on?
Maybe a
looking at the Wiltshire Grand
maybe a
Rubble.
turbo panel would be fun. Just have all the turbo people, because it looks like they got they had the first turbo team for sure, but not the second
See,
team.
I want to see a panel. Hang on, let me bring it up so I can see. I would love to see a panel with, where is it? JDF as all his different Rangers, because he's on here like 5 times. Then I'd like to see Steve Cardenas and then Steve Cardenas, both sitting next to each other. That would be grand. And then Nakia Burris and then Nakia Burris all sat down. Beautiful.
Just because we're confused if these are variants of these actors or if there's gonna be actually 2 of them. Yeah, I think maybe for maybe the artist, it was probably hard for him to put all that stuff in one. I don't know. I mean, you could get rid of this bottom part and then just add 2 Rangers. But whatever. If we were to condense it, it might be less people on to announce. But I feel like I don't know. I think this is on the web design group trying to just fill up the page a little bit. But
I think it's easy because I think if you've never seen Power Rangers since, and you're like, oh, Catherine Sutherland, oh yeah, she's a Pink Ranger. Wait, I didn't know she was Zeo. I didn't know she was Turbo. We all know who they are. It's the one thing that annoys me when the Ranger actors do a cameo or they do an interview or something. No, not an interview. You have it on Facebook or something. The guy, hey guys, it's Jason David Frank here, the original Green Ranger, original White Ranger.
It's we got it. We got it. We'll put that in the description.
Yeah, we've been around for 30 years. We know who you are. We know who you are. Hey guys, I used to be Zeo, blah blah. All right, David, we get this, Jason. We get this.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm excited for Power Morphicon and just to see some of these people again. Azim is great. This. I think this is gonna be for some of these actors, it's their first Power Morphicon, so that's exciting for them. to kind of see.
Yeah, it is crazy that Beast Morphers, like, they were announced and now they're done. So, like, a Beast Morphers panel would actually be something the Power Ranger Morphicon has never had.
Yeah, and
like,
I think all of them are
we have
going.
gotten all of, there's going to do that, and whether or not, I mean, Dino Fury is going to be there, so there's going to be a Dino Fury panel, which it will it be done airing in America by the
I was just
time
thinking that.
Oh,
PMC? Because
shoot.
if not, we're all going to know how it
Yeah.
ends.
Oh, shoot.
And they're going to not be able to act like they know anything of this. So it's going to make a really interesting dynamic if it's just been, if it's out in other countries but not here. Like, well, it's not out yet. Well, yeah, it is, actually. And they're going to have to play dumb because...
Yeah.
Can't
Here's
say
the thing.
anything
There
until...
may be a chance because they may still be under contract. There may be a chance that they can't do a panel. That they're only there for appearances.
Oh.
That's true. Like table signings and picks and
I
stuff.
think that's the loophole. But if there is a panel, I think they might have some restrictions on that. For sure.
Well, I don't know, because some Dino Fury, I mean, they've already done some. They went to
Ranger Stop and
like
Pop.
Ranger Stop and Pop.
They're
Yeah, I
on
think
a
there's
panel
a few.
too?
I don't know. I didn't actually look at the panels, but
Yeah. I'm sure
Doo-doo-doo.
Russell, like, if I'm probably 90% sure that they're gonna get all of Dino Fury there, because I'm sure Russell's already gonna be there because it's in LA. It's all on Kai, right? And if he wants to come from Hawaii and leave the beautiful Hawaii and come to
and
Pasadena.
Tessa, she's still living in New Zealand,
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, yeah, she's announced, so at least that's that'd probably be the
Oh,
hardest.
yeah,
guess.
her.
That'd be the hardest get.
It would just be for weekend. If they can't do it, but like, look, guys, if I can do it on a very little budget, and I'm not a Power Ranger, and I'm only there for 4 days, I think you guys can do it. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have long enough for your body to realize what time zone you're in.
Yeah.
I am hoping I can skip that, and I hope my body goes, what the hell? Well, back in 2015 when I did Ranger Stop, we literally me and my friend went for like 4 days through the Disney project, and then we literally came back, and it was just like, okay, it just feels like we just stayed up about a day off, and I think we were fine.
Yeah. Dang.
Good times.
Let me see what they're saying in the chat. It seems like it's a transitional period. I think you're talking about right now. Could Cosmic Fury be the movie title? No, I personally think, I don't know about you guys, but I personally think Cosmic Fury can still be a placeholder. I don't know if that's the final name.
It could still just be the working title.
Yeah, placeholder stuff. Robert Amaya says, I think Wild Force and Ninja Storm cast should be in a panel as the closest we'll ever get to a team up. The only people, sadly, not go is Ricardo Medina and I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Pua.
I think Ricardo's out. I'm pretty sure Ricardo's.
Yeah, I think he is.
But he's out. But how much do you want to bet if he's gonna be there or not?
That would be. I mean, because then you'd have to assume you're gonna have to tell a lot of people, hey, don't ask him about this thing. Don't ask him about. Yeah, he probably doesn't want to even deal with that. That is very true.
It's probably going to be the same thing with Banter as well.
Like we don't talk about the banner. We don't talk about the banner.
Like one of the PMC employees is like walking by his booth back and forth, kind of like taunting with the banner. It's like, dude, get out of here.
Summer Banter's going to be late. Quick, pull out the banner. Oh, God, he's here on time.
Thea Game says, new season info. I mean, in a PMC Dino Fury panel. Actually, yeah, we could talk about that. So there's a lot of talks on whether Hasbro is going to have a presence there. And someone reached out to them and they said that they weren't going to have a panel, but I'm sure they're going to have some announcements at Power Morphicon. We were talking about
it's a PowerPoint.
Yeah,
presentation.
PowerPoint presentation. We were talking about earlier that they weren't going to have a presentation or a panel at San Diego Comic-Con. So if not at San Diego Comic-Con and not at Power Morphicon, when? I think that is questionable as far as like they're still kind of trying to figure things out.
It's just gonna be a social media gift.
Yeah.
Like
here, deadline announces, Yeah. 1 second.
And they should. Again, I don't understand why Hasbro haven't turned around and gone, hey guys, we know Power Morphicon's a lot bigger than the reach we're going to get at San Diego, technically. So let's just give all of Power Morphicon all this information that they can use, like they have done back in the day when it was like, here's the next series that we're going to announce, here are the next Rangers, all that sort of stuff. It'd be so much easier. And if Hasbro just go, all right, you guys have permission to do this, and then have them all suit up, or even if they don't have the suits, at least have them come up on stage.
You mean like the cast,
Right.
like the new cast?
Yeah, like like the same stuff they had for years. Like, so we found out about Beast Morphers. We then found out about all the others previously over time. I mean, can you imagine if, say, for example, they had the same, somewhat like they had a brother and sister or a relative, same things like with Yoshi and Peter, where they hugged and it was like that room blew up, like so much like appreciation and love. Like, could you imagine if that happened again? If they just did it, oh, here's a post. Like, guys, you've got Power Morphicon, of it.
I think I don't know if it's lack of faith in like their announcements or anything like that, but maybe they're just not ready yet. I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be something at Power Morphicon, and it would be great if they did have like a big presentation or some kind of involvement. But as Scott said, they're involved in some way, and then Hasbro said that. They just don't have a panel. So I'm sure they're going to have something. What it is, only time will tell. I do know, I told you guys off air, but I do know some fun things that are going to be there, and they're going to be fun little things that fans will get to see and do. So you guys just have to wait until I get the green light as far as like what it is. But it's going to be fun. They're fun, and it's the person that's doing it, he really loves the brand. So props to Power Morphicon for giving them the reins to do fun stuff. Because I think the thing about conventions that you have to do to make it stand out is like activations. Like activations at San Diego Comic-Con always make it fun. Like panels are all good. Like it's fun to hear, the cast members talk about stuff. But like getting involved and being like included into the fandom is always fun. I remember there was this one convention I went to in Orange County where they had like a escape room, and I thought that was cool. Or they had like a huge Nerf war in the middle of the hotel. I thought that's fun. So like when you include community into some of these things, I think that's key in like making it a memorable convention. Especially we've been waiting 4 years, like you guys said, 4 years, for Power Morphicon. It's got to come out with a bang, even if you don't have involvement from, the Hasbro, the parent of the company or whatever. There's got to be something to make it memorable for people from all over the country, all over the world to come, and enjoy Power Rangers together. But it's time will tell. I mean, we've got about a month and a half, maybe, so it's gonna be.
Yeah.
There's still time. There's a lot of changes. This list, I know we were joking that there's a lot of like doubles, but this list, I'm for sure is gonna double by that time, and just reach out to Power Morphicon, say, tell them who you really want to see, and maybe if there's enough time to negotiate with them, maybe they can get them over there. Who on this list, or who's not on this list that you guys want, Mark and Liz?
I want RJ back, but quickly going back to the people who I want to see, Liana and Ciara, all the time.
That's your people right there, man. You gotta just get that, and you gotta make your way down here.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Well, I love Kelson Henderson. And he's not on there, and I would like. And he's just been in so many series, right?
Yeah.
That you could throw him on like 50% of the panels, and he'd probably have something to talk about. Like he's done in-suit acting, he's done some of the voice acting and stuff. He's done. I mean, it's just crazy. So yeah, he should go. Like meeting him, he was probably my favorite person that I met at PMC. He was the only person after I met him I actually started crying. Like when I walked away.
Wow, really?
It was crazy. I've wanted to meet him for so long, and he was just genuinely such a nice person, and just talking with him and stuff for a bit, it was just one of those like, Yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't think I've ever cried after I've met an actor before, but for some reason, like he was the one person I really wanted to meet, and after I met him, I was just like,
I wonder if
right.
he'll be in Dino Fury season 2. I feel there's a chance. There's a chance he might come back.
we need to get Mick back.
We need Mick back for sure. For sure. I think for me, I would love to see Power Rangers in Space Pink Patricia. I someone's got to make that happen. I don't know if it's her castmates or something. Someone's got to make that happen, even for just a day. I mean, we got freaking JDF for a day. Let's get her for a day. Get the
Let's get Amy Jo Johnson for a day.
Let's just anybody, anybody. And I mean, and maybe I don't know. It's like day 0 or something where, you know, you take a chance that not too many people will, not as much people will be there. I don't know. I just want complete teams. That's what I want. Because I mean, it's just, that's trend. Like you'll get some trending stuff on Power Rangers. It's just if you have like complete teams of like panels and have them reunite. That's a big thing now. Like reunions and stuff. But it is.
I'd quite like Mystic Force. Like
they don't have any Mystic Force here. What?
Last time they had Pink, and I'd never seen her at convention. In 07 they had Red and Blue.
Yeah.
So, and then I know Yellow lives over here in the UK now, so it'd be more like,
so hit
I'd like to meet him.
Hit her up, man. Say, hey, I'm going to Power Morphicon. You want to come? With?
Yeah. Come on the plane with me. We'll fly. I'll
not
talk
creepy
to you
at all.
No, not creepy at all.
It's not creepy.
Well, you just don't think about it.
He's part British. Be like, yeah, man. You coming PMC? Yeah, mate. Put the kettle on. How about okay?
Yeah, I know. I know Green was there a few years ago. So.
Oh yeah. Oh Green.
Oh Green. You crazy Ranger.
Yeah.
But yeah. Blackwing says Sean C.W. Johnson. Yeah. I mean, that's not such a far-fetched idea to get him back. He probably would be totally down. Totally down.
Yeah, he's definitely done panels and conventions and stuff before, I think.
Hasbro.
Imagine
if,
no Mystic Force either. That's crazy.
Yeah, imagine if Hasbro saw the PMC panel for Ninja Steel back then and went Heart in a panel. I think not. I'm confused by that. Let me see. I don't know. If it could be, it would be cool if Simon Bennett, Becca Barnes, and Alan Dale come to Power Morphicon. It would be cool if Simon Bennett came down. It would be cool. Still possible.
It would be, man, that'd be a trip.
Still possible.
Like, literally, that'd be a trip, yo. Just, well, for one, for him to get here, but then, yeah, to have, that's crazy. And also, Power Morphicon is happening during Power Rangers anniversary. So Power Rangers 29th anniversary is the Sunday of Power Morphicon. So that's gonna be interesting because I want, so the 30th anniversary isn't gonna happen during a PMC year, but yeah, it will be the 29th anniversary because normally I stream on that night, and I was like, well, I guess on one hand, a lot of people are gonna be at PMC, but it's Sunday night, and I was like, well, something for everyone who's not at PMC. Yeah. I'll stream on Sunday to all of us homebound losers.
But it was worth it. You got to ride that new Guardians ride. So I wish
I didn't.
Oh,
you didn't.
I didn't
Why?
get to ride it. I didn't get in the queue. The virtual queue was gone. I didn't even get to ride it.
Sorry. Dang.
No, it's okay. I went to Disney World and I made memories for a lifetime with my 5-year-old daughter meeting Minnie Mouse.
And that's about the right time when they start remembering all those little things. Like when you see parents take 1-year-olds or 2-year-olds, they're not gonna remember. And you're not going to get on any rides because you have to hold that 1-year-old and 2-year-old. But that's about the right age.
But no, she had a lot of fun. She liked the Star Wars stuff.
Nice.
Which was crazy.
Did you make your own lightsaber or droid?
No, lightsaber was way too expensive. And droid was way too long. But my husband did buy the $150 R2-D2 that's this big that has the remote and goes everywhere. Ooh. The head swivels, makes sounds. Yeah, so he did get that.
That is cool. I have a little R2-D2. It's like this size. But
has he done R2-D2 late at night when you're all sleeping and you just hear down the corridor?
No, it's I think he's really only played with it twice, but it's there. It's just one of those he got it out of the box and he's like, this is mine now, and he just put it by his computer.
That's awesome. I love that. I love Star Wars Land. It's great. But you guys, I think that's a good place to stop for the Ranger discussion on Power Morphicon. There's bound to be tons and tons of news coming out within the next few weeks. Maybe after San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to go full speed on guest announcements. But, I mean, I'm still excited. I'm excited that we got Tessa Rao, because that's a big get. That's a big get right there.
And
you know.
And before PMC happens, we can probably have at least one more wrap up where, if you guys have questions or anything, especially as it gets closer, send them to us, let us know, and then we can try to, help everyone out and get
Liz,
those
Liz,
answers
I remember
and stuff
you had
to you.
a preparation, Power Morphicon
I
preparation.
did. I have Power Morphicon Prep.
Like what you need to bring, and I think that if you guys want to check that out, I think it's very useful, because I think probably the most important thing to bring is batteries,
Battery packs,
batteries and water.
Money, cash money in case chip readers or cards go down or whatever, and pack your patient pants.
Oh man,
you're gonna need them.
Those patient pants, those are important. They're hard to get in, but yeah, you need patience for this. Like especially a lot of these conventions that are just coming back from like the pandemic or whatever. All this stuff that we used to know how to do before, we're still trying to remember how to do it. So like there's bound to be some logistical nightmares happening that weekend or any convention. So your patient, like you said, like Liz says, your patient pants. Liz,
I just posted on the chat too. Yeah, my Morphicon playlist. It's got like the newer stuff up top, but if you scroll down, it's like 4 things you can do to prep for a con 20 weeks away. One that's just about like flights, lodging, tickets, badge processes. Some of it might, be tweaked a little bit. There's another one, top 5 convention tips, top travel tips. So
yeah,
if you're interested in any of those, I've flown to conventions before, I've done whatever. So, maybe you'll find some helpful things.
That's one thing I remember from the 4 years ago Power Morphicon, those videos. Like, oh, this is very informative for anybody that hasn't been there. So check those out. The link, I'll put that in the description also. But thank you guys so much for watching. Liz, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Ranger Liz. Ranger_Liz on some places, but YouTube and whatever is just Ranger Liz.
Nice. And Mr. Mark Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You can find me on YouTube as Elim, and you can find me on any other place as Elim, but Twitter is at Mainstream Live.
You can find me on all social media at Jezerzeus. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see a lot of you at Power Morphicon. It's going to be a fun time to celebrate Power Rangers, but we'll be back next week with more news, and hopefully by next week maybe they'll release season 2B, but who knows
To be, to not to be. We shall see.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like, subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.